Greetings, dear Sagittarians. This one's for you. This is part of a series about the new moon solar eclipse in Libra and how it affects you. What's the relevance for you? Today is Friday, 13th of October, 2023. The eclipse is tomorrow on the 14th, roughly middle of the day, I think, in my part of the world. The transit's actually going to be very close to here. It crosses Oregon, Nevada, Utah, bits of Arizona, I think, and Texas. I've seen one of these in life personally. It's mind-boggling to actually see the moon coming along, chop out parts of the sunlight, and then completely obliterate it, except for the annular ring around the outside, and then the moon moves across. It takes about a 4-minute transit, but it's absolutely mesmerizing. It's very profound. Of course, it depends on the weather too. But anyway, I've seen that in daytime. So it's very weird. It's a very weird feeling. So how does it, what does it mean for you, Sagittarian? So for you, it's happening in your 11th house. I'll show you on the Astrodoodle in a minute. And it's in Libra. So Libra, 7th house, with the eclipse, what is being eclipsed out of that part of your life regarding relationships? And now, because things are aligning closely with the South Node in Libra, we're also talking about redundancy in relationships, where you might have, years and years, maybe even a couple of decades or something, of relationship dynamics that are your default setting. You've just taken it for granted that this is just how relationships are and the way they work. No reason to challenge it. It is what it is. And then to discover, wait a minute, there's a whole other perspective I didn't ever know or allow for. What now? Because for humans are very gregarious, very social creatures, and relationships are very, very important, fundamental to life. It's like the mirror of life. Humans crave reflection of themselves, typically from another person, and so they can understand who they are. I mean, it sounds like vanity, but the other parties, they can't understand who they are without reflection from you. So we all tend to coalesce and mingle in these things called relationships. Some are healthy, some are not healthy. Anyway, let's go over to you personally. Let's go to the stage here. So I made an Astrodoodle for you. This is the Libra new moon solar eclipse for Sagittarians. It's happening in your 11th house, new starts and new beginnings for you, which means typically leaving other things behind. Things will be eclipsed, literally eclipsed out of your life and your world. So there's you puttering along, and there's life coming at you, and you're just doing your stuff, and then what just happened? Wait a minute. Relationship with another. Anyway, so let's mention the nodes first a little bit. I'm not going to go into the North Node journey. That's a whole other set of videos probably. But over here in the South Node Libra, we're talking about redundancy. Been there, done that. Where the conditions and circumstances and default settings with which you're born regarding relationships. And it's a permanent fixture. Like, I'm not saying you were born with a Libra South Node, okay, Sagittarians? All I'm suggesting is that this is a transit right now, but it still has impact. You might have a South Node in Scorpio, for all we know. So anyway, with the South Node happening here and the Libra new moon solar eclipse happening here, we have to deal with it. So here's some buzzwords, keywords, popular keywords associated with the 11th house. Society. I'm talking about healthy and unhealthy aspects and expressions of the energy. So there's society in the whole. Then there's community and the unhealthy expression of communism. Community is very different from communism. Aspirations about society, what's best for society, humanitarianism in general, the whole idea of humanity as a single organism. The concept of decentralization, where there is no obvious form of pyramidal structures of power and leadership. Have you ever seen the movie March of the Penguins? Did you notice that these hundreds of thousands of penguins collect in these colonies, and there's no apparent leader. They operate as a single organism, and they had their ways of living in society so that everyone has a chance to grow. And the little kids have a chance to grow, the adults share, the parents share the feeding with their little chick, and so on. And the adults do rotations in society so that everyone has a chance to feed, everyone has a chance to stay warm, and so on. And no one's trying to control them or own them to make it happen. It's all built into their societal structure. There's the subject of friends and groups, and the joy of being in friendship and group and relationships, let's say, healthy relationships inside a community. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. It's like going on a retreat, going on a holiday, hanging out with your friends at a barbecue or a wonderful place in nature. And nobody cares about who's the boss. We're all just hanging out together. Philanthropy is a big issue too. The whole idea of just generosity and kindness towards the community for no particular expectation of reward. So it's a very selfless type of energy where the emphasis is not on the self at all, really. It's about the community and dissolving into the community such that the community is the prime entity. So you're even talking about like the village raises the child, communal children, and the helping of other people who need help. So all of this is in question here because a lot of these things are contingent to operate in a healthy way on relationships. So if any of these subjects here are highly dysfunctional, it might be to do with the relationship dynamics associated with it. And so for you Sagittarians, you might have tremendous wisdom and capability and knowledge about how to function in society, and you have a lot of fun doing it, and it's just an awesome experience for you, but it's redundant to the point where it's just like, oh, here he comes again, oh, here she comes again, like, we did this already, I don't want to know. They're having too much fun, and they it's almost like they ought to go off and do their own thing now. And with no offense, Sagittarians. And so let's say you love being involved in the community and all of that, and you've got so much to offer, but you've actually got lost. It's like you don't know what's up or down, you don't know what's left or right, you don't know who you are, you don't know who the others are. They might have ideas who you are, but you can get so lost in the community where you lost a lot of identity and classic characteristics that other people might identify as having a strong identity. So getting back to hints about the North Node over here in Aries, in your 5th house, the purpose of this eclipse would be to literally remove, basically reveal it to heal it. In other words, reveal what's not working for you in these dynamics, especially with relationships in society, so that you can have a chance to evolve and grow and adapt and be the better you in society. And that might need a complete reprogramming, reformatting, but it needs to start over here with the North Node Aries, where it may be time to set out on another exploration and a journey on your own, where you learn how to be very much your own person, like the pride of Leo, the pride of the lion, the pride of the sunshine energy. No apologies, without becoming a megalomaniac narcissist. And so the next time around you can mingle with society in your full radiant self, where people appreciate you for who you are, rather than the dingbat that's wandering around like the stoner who bugs everybody, like, hey, having a good time, man? Oh yeah, want some of mine? Yeah, okay, yeah. How's the community going, man? So, and people are like, Yeah, it's great. Bye. See ya. I hope I explained that without hurting your feelings, okay, Sagittarius? So it might be time to get a bit of ego, get a bit of pride, get a bit of strength and identity, rather than constantly losing the identity in all this community, and come back strong where people go, oh man, here he is, here she is, yeah, awesome, welcome back to the community, your shiny bright self, no apologies. Anyway, I hope this helps you, Sagittarians. If you want to get deep into it, you can come to TerraIllumination.com. You can make a huge donation. You can connect with me directly. You can buy and schedule your own personal private reading. Okay. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this. Happy fun. Maybe if you get to see it, please share it. Okay. Write back and tell me about it. Okay. Thanks. Have fun. Enjoy. Bye bye.